Howdy y'all, it's Zach Dog Gaming, and unfortunately I have to discuss a topic in this video that I really don't want to have to discuss, but needs to be discussed, and that is Robocraft is dying. You'll notice I haven't done any videos on it in a while because I needed to take a break. I came back expecting it to be better, and it's worse. I'm going to discuss some of the reasons why, statistics, and potential things FreeJam, not Robocraft, can do to fix this. Now, as many of you know, pretty much everyone would agree that Robocraft started dying when this new meta happened. Not too bad, and I actually was willing to accept it and get used to it. And although I did take a break afterwards because I wanted a break from Robocraft, didn't like the new meta, and that's pretty much how that worked. So I went away from it a while, and I actually came back really recently, so you know what, why not do some more Robocraft videos? And it's significantly worse. I'm going to show you a couple examples. You know the Star Destroyer dominates tier 2? No, it's tier 4 now, which is really stupid. Their new system that apparently really recently happened made it so that no over tier, like your tiering is I guess based on your CPU. Like if you see down there, it's going up just from me placing blocks, which is really weird. It's not supposed to be that way. At least it wasn't before. And if you're remembering this all right, this is all basically because of Robocraft's deciding to change to a MOBA, and they're changing everything accordingly. And statistically, it's obvious they're losing players. Before the new meta came out, the average peak players per day is something around 22,000, I think, was a couple days before the meta. And yesterday, well, the day before I made this recording, not the day before it came up, the peak was about 10,000 people. That's more than half of what they had before. They lost almost half their players. Do note this is just based on the Steam statistics, and you can look them up as it is right now. Some days it's probably different, and it'd probably spike occasionally, but still. And that's not all. Like, it happened to all these robots. For example, well, not this one. This one, I haven't had any parts. Millennium Falcon is still tier 3 because I use tier 3 guns. But TIE Fighter is still... No, I think it was tier 4 before. It was tier 4 before. And now it's tier 5 because of the guns. Metacopter is still tier 6, designed to be tier 6. That's not a decorative bot. This thing is tier 6 now. Yeah, Y-Wing is tier 5 now. Oh boy, I'm sure this will work perfectly in tier 5. The Interceptor is tier 7 now. Because of 2 tier 7 guns, this entire thing is now tier 7. Actually, I don't remember. It definitely wasn't tier 7 before. And now it is. The A-Wing is now tier 6 instead of 7, because why not? This is a project I was about to start when I noticed all this. You probably can't tell from it at the moment, but you know the little blockade runner from like the first movie and everything, that's what I was going to try and build. And then I noticed changes, and there's nothing here. But speaking of this, theoretically, based on this CPU, you could get to tier 10. Alright, this apparently doesn't let you hold to place blocks anymore. You used to be able to do that. You could get to tier 10 simply by placing a lot of white blocks with the max CPU. I looked it up because you can. And a couple people did to protest this. They just made a wall of blocks, of white blocks, that got them to tier 10. Because that's how the CPU works. And this is just only one of the changes. Most people don't like the new meta, although at tier 10 you can actually play classic. And there's actually people trying to do that. As I'll show you, if I were to, let's go pick a, let's go to the Star Destroyer with stupid tier 4 ranking. If you go to classic, no, well, it hasn't shown you that at the moment. There's 7 going in. Contact. I hit escape. Why are you contacting the server? And it's just all gone downhill from Robocraft. The community has gotten a lot worse. I can't demonstrate this to you, but if you go on the Steam forums, everyone's always fighting. There's not... Alright, this brings me to the next point. The community's toxic there. The real problem is creativity is no longer a key element of this game. You look at any battles, it is just boxes with guns. Maybe boxes with guns and helicopter blades. Creativity is just incredibly downplayed, and it's gotten incredibly worse since the meta. It just goes downhill. The meta, they fixed a couple things and they made it even worse. And you'll notice a lot of people are doing this, and I'm not leaving YouTube like Smashwoods did, but I'm leaving Robocraft because of all this. Like I said, Smashwoods was a Robocraft YouTuber. You may not have heard of him. I did. I used to watch him. And although there were other factors leading to the fact that he quit YouTube, one of the key ones was that he did not like this new Robocraft meta, and it really ruined it. It was one of the key ones. There were a couple others. But I feel like all of them together, which would include this, submitted to the downfall. But overall, you will find very few people who do not think that Robocraft is dying. And, I mean, FreeGem has to understand, if they're looking at these statistics, they've got half the number of players they used to when they tried to improve it, and they've made it worse. And I'm pretty sure the number of players is just going to keep going down unless they fix some of this stuff. But let's keep this video not all negative. Let's do a couple of things that could potentially change it. Because although I'm not going to be playing any more Robocraft and definitely not recording any more of it until they do make changes, I'll be watching to see if they change what they do. Maybe go on Robocraft to see what it looks like. A couple of things they can do. First of all, their newest over-tiering thing, which apparently came in really recently, a couple of days ago, just remove it. Remove it completely. That is an incredible shot down to any sort of creativity. Because most creative robots, I mean, let's face it, they rely on over-tiered weapons to actually perform in battle at all, because to look good, most of the time they're made out of, say, white blocks, or like my A-Wing, a mix of white and red to be accurate. Where's my A-Wing? Here's the A-Wing. Alright, what's going on? Weird sounds. I mean, nobody can deny the fact that what's going on with Robocraft is not good for it. Maybe the developers like it better this way, alright, but this is a business. The game industry is a business. The fact that you like it cannot demonstrate that you're going to do it. And I remember Robocraft was, I think, at one point, I want to say 10th or 9th biggest game on Steam. It was doing pretty big. It's dropped a lot since then. I don't know its current ranking, but it really has, and it's a shame because I don't know why the developers are ignoring this, but they are. They're not doing anything to change it. They're making it worse and worse every time, and probably losing more players every time. I mean, you go look at the Steam reviews, all the helpful ones are negative now. I remember a time when Robocraft positive percentage was like 95%, and it's down to, I think, 80% now, which, I mean, it's down. It's not some huge drop, oh, everyone hates this game. That's because most people don't delete positive reviews. I think I still have my positive review for this game up. Of course, I think all the central parts of it are no longer relevant. And Robocraft doesn't necessarily have to remove the new meta. People are starting to get used to it, and not that bad, they can do it, but they do need to fix what they're doing. Put the emphasis back on creativity. Not have to remove the new meta, but they do need to fix it, because it is broken. So Robocraft, this is sort of an open letter from me to point out everything that's going wrong with your game. I've been doing Robocraft for YouTube for a while. I was back in the early stages of Robocraft YouTube, not one of the first, but back before Robocraft was mainstream and everything, I was doing it. Fortunately, back then, I didn't have the recording software or video editing software that I do now, so my videos weren't exactly very good back then. but that doesn't mean I didn't make them, and I did. Either way, it's a shame because this game has so much potential. Reminds me of a game I used to play on the App Store back when I still had Apple. It was called Battleshipcraft, and I still had it even though they removed it from the game. Long story short, that's the first app I went in and did stuff to and modified the game files and stuff. It was really all you needed was Firefox. It was real easy. They removed it from the App Store, but it was really cool because you used blocks and you built ships. You can do all kinds of custom creativity. That's actually the reason I modified the game files, was because it takes forever to grind, and since they'd taken it off the App Store, I figured, you know what? Why not just do full-out creativity? So, once again, Robocraft and Free Jam, I will probably be going to support sending you a link to this video. I encourage everyone out there who's watching this to share it, send it to Free Jam, or comment what you think's good about the game or bad, fixes, or how it's not. Please try and keep it peaceful down there. You know, I wouldn't want this to turn into a hate-filled thing. I know a lot of people have problems with Free Jam. Let's take it out in a civilized manner so that hopefully we can actually get this game fixed. So I'll see you all in the future. If Free Jam can get their stuff together, then you will be seeing more Robocraft videos. But, I mean, you can see I build creative things. You can see why I wouldn't want to do any more videos of a game that no longer emphasizes creativity. So, see you all in the future. Have a good day.